Good day and welcome back to the channel Understanding Systemic Police Corruption. My name is Samuel Clark, affectionately known as the Old Man. And today's episode is Stop and Torture. And before I get started, of course, if you like what you're hearing on this channel, please like, share, and of course subscribe. You can always use more subscribers, and the information that you get here you won't get almost any place else. I was a former inside guy, police lieutenant, with over 25 years of law enforcement experience, and I'm an expert in police procedures and police investigations and discipline. Now, today's episode, Stop and Torture, you've probably heard of stop and frisk, which is used many times to really harass black people, black males, and other people of color. And so you do that, and now you go to stop and torture. And this comes out of the Baton Rouge Police Department, where members of a street crime unit were picking up citizens, taking them to a remote warehouse, and interrogating and torturing them. And the location was called the Brave Cave. And this apparently wasn't discovered by the police until the news media got it, and it sort of went viral. And then the police department discovered it. So we'd have to believe that no one made any complaints, or if the complaints were made, they were thoroughly investigated and shown to be not sustained, if we were to stretch our imagination that way. All police officers are supposed to tell the truth. So that means that no other police officer was aware of this. And of course, there were more than one police officer involved. And that's what happens when you have an internal disciplinary system that hides the truth. So you can't get truth without justice. So some officers were arrested, and a high-ranking deputy chief was even charged. But it may not have been, those charges may not have been directly related to the acts of torture that citizens suffered. The FBI is presently investigating the Baton Rouge Police Department because of complaints of officer abuse of power. So this is ongoing, and there is the jury is still out. Now, this is not the only time that a police department has been accused of torture. There were many accusations that occurred in Chicago over the Midnight Crew, as it was called. And it's estimated that over 100 black men were tortured. And this activity went on for decades. It was not just something that occurred for a week or a weekend or even for a month. It was systemic. And of course, it wasn't discovered by the police department. Nobody seemed to know. That's the problem with an internal disciplinary system. It works to hide the truth and to promote corruption. And I must add, according to published reports, some supervisors, or at least one supervisor of the Baton Rouge Police Department, was aware, because some body cam footage was discovered. The officers failed to turn off the body cam, and it was suggested that this evidence be destroyed. So there's the truth going right out the window. And how many people were victimized by this activity? We may never know. But this is not just something that happened in the Baton Rouge Police Department. This happens in many police departments. It's just that you don't hear about it. And it's kind of swept under the rug because the police are investigating themselves. And that's the systemic problem. So it's not just a few bad actors involved in these activities, but it's the systemic way, the systematic way that the exposure of these bad actions are suppressed. And you, as a police officer or even a supervisor, if you reveal that truth, that's going to mark the end of your career. And you could even have your physical safety endangered. So that's it for today. And this channel is trying to educate the public to the extreme dangers of the systemic police corruption coupled with political corruption that really puts your life in danger. No question about it, particularly if you have a complexion like mine. There's no doubt about it. So to help support this channel, you can purchase my ebook, Understanding Systemic Police Corruption. It's only $3.99 because everybody's broke. Has some great information in it, and it helps support the channel. You can reach the website by going to uspc.info, I-N-F-O, uspc.info, I-N-F-O, and there will be a link that will allow you to purchase the book and support the work here that's being done. If you are interested in any particular topic or incident that you would like me to discuss, please put that in the comments. And again, like, share, subscribe to keep the information flowing. So, under the circumstances of systemic police corruption and political corruption, stay safe.